move there yet.
This week, my dark corner of this sick world is coming to you from Boggy Creek.
I doubt if you could find a lonelier, spookier place in this country than down around Boggy Creek.
Setting of the legend of Boggy Creek, Return to Boggy Creek, and Boggy Creek 2, and the legend continues.
Did y'all hear something?
And yes, Boggy Creek 2 is indeed the third film,
I was sure disappointed.
because the second was unauthorised, so director Charles B. Pierce decided to ignore it, as will we.
Because you know he's out there, somewhere.
The original film is an inspiration for the Blair Witch Project in its faux documentary style, and use of non-professional performers.
You know, that's the third time that old lady sent that kid up here to tell me there's a big old hairy monster down there in my field. I guess I'll have to get down there tomorrow and see about it.
But it's actually very uneven, sometimes feeling like a fly-on-the-wall documentary,
We had heard that earlier some other dogs had refused to trail the creature, cowing in fear and running back at the first whiff of his sour pig pen smell.
sometimes very much not, and sometimes lapsing into musical.
Hey, Travis Crabtree, wait a minute for me.
Despite this, the film is an original of its time and doesn't deserve the full dark corners,
Of course, you may not believe that, or any of this story.
even with its man on toilet spooked by Sasquatch set piece. The sequel, however,
We're looking for the Boggy Creek creature.
that's fair game.
What do you mean by that?
In Boggy Creek 2, and the legend continues, director Charles B. Pierce puts on his acting face. To star as Dr. Lockhart, an anthropologist in ill-advised shorts.
You let me tell you something right now.
He also gives a role to his pigeon-chested son, Charles Jr., as freshman student Tim, a family connection which explains why Dr. Lockhart gets his student's name wrong.
Well, that's a matter, probably.
They're accompanied by pretty young student Tanya,
Oh, I think he's sexy.
and Tanya's pretty young friend Leslie. Too young for the father, too old for the son, and apparently only there to balance out the genders.
You mean to tell me that we're camped down here in the swamp where that thing might be living?
Although the party are there to find the creature,
There ain't no such thing, you know.
much of the movie's runtime is taken up with Dr. Lockhart telling stories of other people's encounters.
Therefore, he was never able to tell anybody what happened to him.
Then, from whom did you hear this?
I feel something's bad wrong.
The narrative has no drive at all.
Are you serious?
It's just a series of irrelevant events,
I smell you.
punctuated by the occasional double entendre,
Our gun was a mistake. He simply reached and pulled it out.
He's an old man. I bet he's lived on the bottoms all his life.
that brings them no closer to their goal,
Wanna bet?
until they eventually just bump into the creature by accident. No, not him. There you go.
You finally smartened up, cuz.
The first film was bad, but original.
What good is that gonna do?
The second seems to have gone out of its way to be as devoid of originality as it could possibly be.
Maybe there's a manual here that will tell us how to do it.
It even revisits the man on toilet scene from the first movie. But with still more unpleasant results. Because hosing shit off of someone is apparently the height of comedy in Arkansas.
Anyway, back to the more serious side.
You honestly start to think that it was all just a convenient way for the Pierces to get a couple of girls down the swamp for a weekend.
My God, don't even suggest such a thing.
If you've got a film you'd like us to review, leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe.